Hello and welcome to Lesson 6-8. Today we're going to look at what we call percent of change. The percent a quantity increases or decreases from the original amount is called the percent change. So you might hear something like there's a 30% increase or a 25% decrease. That's what we're talking about when we're talking about percent change. So we find percent change by taking the amount of change and dividing it by the original amount. So again, we have our part divided by our whole. So let's take a look at a couple examples and see how this works. Example 1 says, find the percent of increase from 4 to 7.5. So the first thing you have to do is you have to find out what that amount of increase is. So to do that, we're going to have to find the difference, or we're going to subtract. So I have 7.5 minus 4, and this equals 3.5. And to find a percent increase, remember we're going to take the amount of change and divide it by the original amount. So the amount of change in this case is what we just calculated right here. So I have 3.5 divided by my original amount was 4. So if I divide this out, I get 0.875, and I want a percentage, so I'm going to have to move my decimal place 2 places to the right, and this tells me that that is an 87.5% increase. For example 2, it says the annual production of municipal solid waste in the United States has more than doubled since 1960. Find the percent increase from 1960 to 1990. So if we look at 1960, that's this one here, and the data for 1990 is right here. Ultimately, we have 205 million tons and 88 million tons. So I have to find the amount of increase. So I have 205 minus 88, and that's going to give me 117 million tons. And now I can go ahead and calculate my percent increase, and I'm going to take my amount that I just calculated, which is 117, and we're going to divide that by the original amount. Well, the original amount was the 1960 value, or 88 million tons. So if I divide these out, I end up with 1.3295. This is the amount on my calculator. So when I move my decimal place 2 places to the right, that gives me 132.95, or something around 133% increase. For example 3, it says to find the percent of decrease from 1,500 to 1,416. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to find the amount of decrease. So I have 1,500 minus 1,416, and this is going to give us 84. And then I have to find my percent decrease, I'm going to take my difference, which was 84, and divide it by my original amount, and my original amount was 1,500. So 84 divided by 1,500 is 0.056. So when I write this as a percentage, that gives me 5.6% of a decrease to go from 1,500 to 1,416. Please let me know if you have any questions. Otherwise, I hope you guys have a great day, and we will see you guys in class tomorrow.